Hello and welcome back to Lore Fenton Anime Plays Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete. I'm your host Lore Fenton. In this Neverwinter Nights 2 build video, we're doing Deadly Wizard and Red Wizard of Thay build. As always, like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more Neverwinter Nights 2 builds like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be updated much more. Here are the pros and cons of this build. Now, because you're Red Wizard of Thay, you're still like a wizard in levels, so you'll be able to cast, for example, if you're in a level 20 campaign max, level 9 spells thanks to 10 level wizard and 10 levels of Red Wizard of Thay. Now, another thing is because you're specialized, good news is you have a bonus with when you're using those spells, in other words, higher DC and such. Now, you also have very good defense because the Red Wizard of Thay has a nice defensive with the spell school you're specialized in. So if you're going against a normal person casting necromancy magic, you have bonus against that as well. Another thing is you still have rolls like an arcane wizard going 1 through 20. So yeah, you still have all access to powerful magic, except for, of course, like I said before, the prohibit schools coming up. Now, cons in this video goes, you're prohibited not only in one school, but 2 as well. Another thing is you're pigeonholed playing a non-good alignment. So if you're really into try to be a good Red Wizard of Thay, bad news is you cannot. That's about it really for the pros and cons of this build. Let's go ahead and talk about races. I normally go over the races for these builds. However, you have to pick a human. Reason being is you're actually pigeonholed to be a human only for this prestige class. So we're going to go ahead and go over 2. First of all, we'll do 6 levels as a wizard. Simple as that. Then we'll class change into prestige class Red Wizard of Thay. Now, there are some restrictions with that, so I'm going to go ahead and go over that. Obviously, you cannot be good at all. You could be the other alignments. Number 2, you're a human only. And then, of course, the easy one is Spellcraft 8 ranks. And then some other ones. And you have to be a specialized wizard in order to do this class change. Otherwise, you cannot. After that, we go back to a wizard. As for alignment, you can't pick anything good. Don't want to be smited, pick anything neutral. I'm going to go ahead and go evil. In fact, I want to pick neutral evil. It's for a certain character name. You'll see why towards the end of this section. As for Deity, there are 3.0 deities. Obviously, in this case, 3.5 Dungeon Dragon rule set. I'm going to have to pick one that's more like for death. Yeah, I'm going for a necromancy for specialization. You could go for evocation. A little bit more on that, but deity is just for RPG flavor or RP flavor. So next up is ability score. So here's the deal. Strength index we're going to keep at 10. Yeah, that's right. We're a wizard, so we're not going to need much of it. Some people add more dex for course defense, but I'll just keep it at 10 for now. Constitution, I'd say keep for 14 for a little bit more extra hit points. And that fortitude save, because I have a feeling that fortitude, yeah, for wizards in general, including this prestige class version, is weak. Wisdom for 12, this way a little bit more boost in saving throws for the will side. And charisma 10. As for intelligence, we're going to keep at 18. Now, with this build, we're going to get to 26 unbuffed. So here's a review. Strength, dex, and charisma at 10. Constitution 14 for a little bit more hit points. Wisdom at 12 for a little bit more will saves. And 18 intelligence, our main stat. It's going to go up. Now, for backgrounds, you want to play it safe. No backgrounds at all. I'm going to go ahead and pick Wizard's Apprentice. Yeah, she learned from one of the best of a Thay. Now, for skills, we're going to go ahead and just customize this. Concentration, that's going to be the number 2 focus for this build. It's going to get maxed out either way. Spellcraft, number 1 focus. We'll get 8 very easily. Boom. Let's see here. We're going to do is craft armor and weapons. Eventually, we'll max out craft alchemy thanks to the fact that we're going to get a lot of intelligent points. Now, we're cross class with diplomacy, so this way I can talk my way through some things. Tumble for a little bit more AC, and use magical devices as well. I'm going to go ahead and go over the feats. We get 2 since we're a human. We get 1 extra feat. So we're doing spellcasting prodigy. So here's the deal about that. That is basically gives us 2 spell levels higher than, of course, our original one. So if we're like 1 spell level at level 1, then it's 2 thanks to this feat, which is great for combat and such like that. Now, the other one I'm going to go ahead and pick is one of the prerequisites right away, which is spell penetration. Now, spell penetration does is we have a +2 bonus against our target's resistance. So if we're facing a bugbear and our and its resistance not that great, that'll be a lot less great. Or so. Let's go ahead and do that. And the next section we're going to go ahead and cover is, of course, spell schools. So it's going to be very important. So listen on up. Now, for spell schools, this build you can do two ways. You can do necromancy. That's what I'm going to do for this main build. And evocation is a good one as well. However, there's restrictions. So wherever you pick, you cannot do. With this build, necromancy, you cannot do divination first, then illusion once you get the red wizard prestige class. Now for evocations, conjuring spells and illusion. So you're basically out on illusion on both ends. So I'm going to pick necromancy for this build. You'll see why towards the end. Now for spells, definitely pick cause fear or any other necromancy spells. You cannot do identify items because, yeah, that's a prohibited school. You cannot do any illusion spells. Yeah, I might as well not pick those. Go for magic missile, definitely sleep, summon creatures, or any other protection spells you definitely want. So let's go ahead and definitely do that. As for familiars, I advise, I should say rabbit. You're saying, why is that? Well, you get +1 to all saving throws as long as the rabbit is summoned. And it does go up as you level up as well. I'm not sure with the Red Wizard of Thay though, but that's alright. So let's go ahead and definitely do that. Now, my final advice is you're going to start off slow, but then of course you're going to pick it up real quick when you get to the Red Wizard of Thay prestige class. After that, as a wizard, you're going to become very powerful. Almost like a pure wizard. Now, the name on this character is Sophina. Her specialization in School of Wizardry is necromancy. And she's neutral evil as well. You can do any alignment, any spell schools, but I advise necromancy evocation for this build. Other than that, that's about it for this section. So the next section is suggested spells. And this will be heavily modified from my previous one since I'm omitting 2 schools. So here we go. First of all, the level 0 spells you have access to unless your specialization blocks the following. Necromancy, and if you're a Red Wizard of Thay, it blocks divination and illusion. So you cannot use divination and illusion at all. So you don't use those spells and also learn them in your spell book. Now, if you decide to go the other way, instead of my advice on necromancy for this build, evocation, and you're a Red Wizard of Thay, this blocks the following. Conjuration, which is conjuring spells, and illusion spells as well. Now, if you could use any form of summons, go ahead and do so. Experiment as always. Let's get to level 1 spells. Here's my suggested level 1 spells. Magic Missile, 1d4 plus 1 damage, plus 1 missile per 2 level above level 1. Max is 5 missiles. Very powerful stuff early on until you get something better. Summon 1 summons a wolf to fight for you. This is a good tank to use until you get better. Shield gives you a +4 shield, which gives you bonus to AC, blocks magic missile as well. Good alternative against a wizard using that. Endure Elements grants 10d/ resistance against elemental and such like that. Good protection spell as well. Let's talk about more level 1 spells. Since we cannot use identify items with this build because of divination, so you have to go to a shop for those. First of all, protection from alignment, +2 AC bonus against certain alignment creatures, good or evil, your choice. Good idea to do evil if you're facing someone summoning devils or something like that. Mage armor, +4 armor bonus to armor class. Another one is sleep, puts 4 hit dice or lower creatures to sleep. Cause fear, 1 target under 5 hit dice runs from you. Also target gets -2 attack, -2 damage, and -2 saving throws. That's about it for level 1 spells. The next category is level 2 spells. Darkness, 20 feet radius of darkness. Note, great for sneak attacks for your allies in your party. Also helps out against melee foes when you're facing them. Knock opens lock or magically sealed doors. This will not open up plot items at all. So yeah, if there's a plot item, nope, it cannot. Summon 2 summons a dire badger to fight for you. This is a good summoning spell until you start getting the undead ones. Gust of wind knocks down some creatures and clears gaseous effects in the area. Very useful utility spell. Get it right away in your spell book. Let's go ahead and talk about Melf's Acid Arrow. Bolt of Acid does 3d6 damage on hit plus 1d6 slash per round until spell expires. Very good DPS spell. Single target, but still it's nice. Cloud of Bewilderment stuns and blinds enemies for 1d6 rounds. Great against melee enemies. Lesser Dispel Magic dispels a limited amount of spells, buffs, and such like that. Good against other wizards, other clerics, arcane, or divine characters. Go for any other necromancy spells as well if you can. So let's get to level 3. The first level 3 spell you want is Fireball. This is AoE fireball damage type of spell. Does 1d6 fire damage per caster level, maximum 10d6. Very powerful stuff early on. Very nice room clear unless foes are immune or have resistance to fire. Haste, friendly targets in AoE range up to caster level, of course. Receives 50% bonus to movement speed, plus 1 attack rolls, plus 1 AC dodge bonus on that. Also, an extra attack per round. Great utility spell for you and your party. Summon 3 will help you summon a dire wolf to tank for you. Vampiric touch for you necromancy type of people. This is touch range. You have to get close to him. Target takes 1d6 negative energy damage per 2 levels for max 10d6. Whatever damage you do, it turns to extra hit points. It will not go over the maximum hit points. Let's go over more level 3 spells. Now, the next level 3 spell we're talking about is Spider Skin. Plus 2 natural AC, plus 2 save throws versus poison, and plus 2 hide checks. Go up to 1 point at level 6, 9, and 12. Maximum plus 5 on those. Good buff spell for yourself. Flame Arrow does 4d6 plus 1 fire damage. You lost 1 more arrow every 4 levels. Very powerful stuff. Good direct damage spell on one target. Dispel Magic. This is much more powerful version than Lesser Dispel Magic spell. It gives rid of buffs and effects on a target. Now, hold person paralyze 1 humanoid for 1 round per character level. So if there's like a human, elf, dwarf, you name it, you can freeze them into place. Next up, level 4 spells. The first set of level 4 spells I'm going to suggest is Isaac's Lesser Missile Storm. Grants 1 missile per level. Maximum amount is 10, each inflicting 1d6 damage. Very good AoE spell. It's a great idea, of course, to replace Fireball after that. Next up is Elemental Shield. Creatures attacking caster takes fire damage with 1d6 plus 1 per caster level, while the caster has 50% resistance in fire and cold. Great protection spell. You should always have it. Ice Storm, AoE spell that does the following: 3d6 blunt damage, 2d6 ice damage, plus 1d6 ice damage per caster level. Very powerful stuff. You want to use ice against fire? Yep, there's a way to go. Stone Skin grants 10/M anti-damage reduction for 100 points before it goes bye-bye. It's another instant buff yourself up spell. Absorb the damage, and then the spell goes. Great to have. Let's move on to the next set of level 4 spells. Lesser Spell Breach removes up to 2 magical defenses from your foes. So wherever 2 buffs it sees on your foes randomly, it removes. So your foe has 3 buffs and randomly removes 2. Great spell to use. Leaf Spell Mantle absorbs the equivalent of up to 1d4 plus 4 spell levels. So this will absorb some spells. Great defense, I should say. Everett's Black Tentacles, AoE spell that does 1d4 damage. Your targets get grabbed, takes 1d6 damage, and can get paralyzed. I say another good AoE spell to abuse. Lesser Glow of Invulnerability makes caster immune to level 3 spells or lower. I'm going to say it's definitely use and abuse this. Now, Animate Dead, I decided to add in there instead of the other summons. Since you're using Necromancy, creates undead skeletons and zombies. Also, this is a Necromancy spell. If you're going the evocation route, grab the spell and abuse it. Now, do be careful, though, because, clerics can, of course, turn undead against your summons. Let's go over level 5 spells. So, first of all, there's only 2 summons. Now, this first one, Summon 5, summons a Shadow Mephiff to fight for you. That's like a Shadow Doggy. Another alternative is Lesser Planar Bindings. I'm going to go ahead and talk about 2 of them since this is not a good guy or good gal build. Summons an Imp if you're evil, or a Fire Myth if you're neutral. This is another good alternative summon if you want to go that route. If not, use Create Undead from the previous level. Now, Cold does 1d6 damage in front of the caster. Now, it's cold damage. Now, it ramps up per caster level, maxes 15d6. Some serious, powerful stuff. Now, the other alternatives, this is more AoE instead of cone type of damage. Firebrand, fire damage in the area that does 1d6 per caster level, maxes 15d6. Some serious, powerful stuff. Abuse it. Lesser Spell Mantle absorbs the equivalent of 1d6 plus 6 spell levels. This is better than the other one. I advise definitely replacing it for this one. Let's move to the other set of level 5 spells. Now, next up is Big Bleed's Imposing Hand. Hand grabs one foe. Foe suffers -10 attack rolls. Use it against a very tough warrior like a fighter, paladin, ranger, you name it, even barbarians too. This missile forces summon creatures to return from whence they came from. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Really useful against foes like to summon constantly. Let them eat up their spell slot while you do that against them. Your allies beat the living crap out of that caster. Lesser Mind Blank protects target from mind effects, spells, and etc. Also removes mind effects on target too. Abuse this. It's a good spell to have. Arc Lightning bolt targets 2 creatures. It does 1d6 damage at 2 targets and anything in between the line. Max is 15d6 of electrical damage. So anything in between the 2 targets, they'll probably take half. Good electric spell, or say lightning spell. Cloud Kilt, this is a necromancy spell. You want to definitely memorize this and hunt for it first. Now what happens is it's the following. 1 to 3 hit foes, they die instantly, just like that. Now 4 to 6 hit dice foes must make a 4-2 save or die instantly. Now, if any of those foes succeed, by the way, target takes 1d4 constitution damage, so they'll lose some hit points. Now, any other foes that are over 6 hit dice only take 1d4 constitution damage. This is some serious powerful stuff. Great way to kill some serious yard trash. Let's move on to the next level, or say circle. This is Circle 6 spells. Level 6 spells. Sorry, I'm still into the Ultima 6 playthroughs. Greater Stone Skin, 20/ anti-damage reduction. Absorbs up to 150 points of damage before go bye-bye, so it gets 150 points of damage. Poof. I would say before, you want to abuse this. Seriously. Now, next up is Planar Binding. Summons either Succubus or a Synth. Again, this is another good alternative to summon. Great to have and abuse. Chain Lightning. First target takes 1d6 damage per caster level. Max is 20d6. Anything after that will take half. Some serious, powerful stuff. Great electric spell. You cast on one foe, zap. Hopefully you take a whole bunch of them along the way. Isaac's Greater Missile Storm. This is better than the lesser version AoE spell that shoots a missile that does 2d6 per damage. And the missile amount is 10. However, the damage maximum amount is 20d6 per missile. Or so. This is some serious business, this spell. Abuse it. This next one's Undeath to Death. This is a necromancy spell, so you'll benefit from it with this build unless you're evocation, which is fine as well. So this does the following. Slays 1d4 with the undead per spell level. Max is 20d6. More powerful you get leveled up, the more powerful this spell is. You fight some undead, abuse it. Global Invulnerability makes caster immune to level 4 spells and lower. Now I'm going to go ahead and say this. Another great protection spell. Pop it on yourself. Greater Spell Breach strips up to 4 magical defenses from an opponent. So if an opponent has 6 magical defenses, it'll pick out 4 and it'll get rid of. Abuse it. In fact, memorize it in your spell book. Here's another summon. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Create Undead. Create ghouls, gases, mummies, or morgues. Now, it's a much more powerful than the other undead spells. Now, a downside to like the other undead spells is, clerics. They could turn undead, destroy it. But still, you're not facing any clerics. Pop these undead in, and you have yourself a nice undead million to take care of business for you. Let's move on to the level 7 spells. The first level 7 spell I'm going to go ahead and suggest is Summon 7. Summons a huge elemental fight for you. This is actually a very good summon. Now, the other one is Finger of Death. Target makes a 4-2 save or dies instantly. Now, if they do make said 4-2 save, target takes 3d6 plus 1 per caster level damage. Energy immunity grants immunity for the following: fire, ice, electric, acid, and sonic. This lasts for 24 hours. Yes, one of those spells you really want to abuse for yourself. Control undead. Dominate a single undead creature. So if you see a very tough undead, you think you could dominate it, go ahead and do so. Delay Fireball Blast. Fireball that is set as a trap, just like a fireball spell. When it's triggered, foes take 1d6 fire damage per caster level. Max of that damage is 20d6. That's some serious powerful stuff. Unfortunately, there's no time stop at all, so The tactic with the time stop, then toss down 2 delay fireballs got nerfed, but still, it's a good spell in Neverwinter Nights too. Now, Mass Hold Person holds all human and human-like targets in a 15 feet radius. This is like a crowd control spell in EverQuest, except for it's on crack cocaine. Mordekai's Sword summons a magical sword that helps the party. This is a very nice summon spell. If your undead are getting, turn undead by clerics, well, guess what? Use this spell as a summon. Let's move on to level 8. The first level 8 spell is Greater Planar Bindings. I'm only going over 2 again since we're not good characters for this build. Summons either an Ernice, that is a evil outsider with wings that looks like an angel but is not. Upon closer look, she's a demoness. Also, if you're a neutral character, summons Huge Elemental. Very good summon spell. I'm going to go ahead and toss another one. Summon 8, summons a Greater Elemental to fight for you. Now, this one you want, this is a Sunburst, does 1d6 damage per caster level, max is 25d6 on undead. Any non-undead takes a flat out 20d6 damage. Vampires must make a reflex saves or die instantly on the spot. All targets, living or dead, gets a reflex save they must make, or get blinded. This is one of the most abusive spells you use against the undead, especially if you're a necromancy type of caster as well. And if I remember correctly, that Sunburst is more of a evocation spell, and yes, it is. Yeah, I just had to go confirm it. Horrid Rithling. Now, this is a necromancy spell. Yeah, let me make sure I'm sure if I'm writing down my notes on it. Yes, it is. Yep, you want to use this for this build. All targets except undead and constructs take 1d6 per caster level damage. Max is 20d6. This is some serious business here. Drop it down. Foes will suffer. Mind Blank. Grants immunity to mind-affecting spells and effects to caster and all their allies. Party favorite. Remember that. Now, I had to omit 1 or 2 spells because, due to the fact that, it's illusion and divination, unfortunately. So here we go, rest of the level 8 spells. Protection from spells confers +8 to saves versus spells for 24 hours. Put it on yourself. You'll be happy. Incendiary Cloud. Cloud deals 4d6 fire damage and a blast radius per round. Drop the cloud down. Watch them burn. Now, here's another summon spell. This is for necromancy type of players. Create greater undead. Create shadows, wraiths, specters, or devourers. Great undead spell to have on your side. Let's get to the last level, which is 9. Now, please note I had to omit out the weird spell. Yeah, that's illusion spell. So here's some level 9 spells. Gate opens an interplanar gate to summon a devil. Very powerful summon. Now, here's the downside. You must have protection from evil on you, your party, or your new summon will attack you instantly. Some very powerful summon until you will get Epic Gate. We'll explain about that, why, later on. Big Lee's Crushing Hand. Single target spell. If held, target takes 2d6 plus 12 damage per rounds equal to the caster's level. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. This is some broke-ass stuff, I should say, definitely against a melee character. You cast that against them, they get held, they don't resist, that is it. They're toast. Well, the Banshee. This is a necromancy spell. Non-undead must make a 4-2 save or die on the spot. This is a room clear. You think some other spells are? Well, this one's it. Mordekai's Disjunction. Attempts to get rid of all, yes, that's right, all magic on the target. So if a target has 20 forms of magic buffs on them, well, this one gets rid of it all. So let's go to the last set of level 9 spells. Now, this one's really powerful for AoE, especially for evocation specialists. Meteor Swarm does 32d6 to a single target in area, or 24d6 to a group of foes. Your choice. Like I said before, this is one serious broke our spell. You'll wreck foes, they suffer, you smile. Especially for specialization evocation. Now, next one is Mass Hold Monster. Attempts to hold monsters in the area. This is like Mass Hold Person, but for monsters. You hold them there, your allies have a good time with them. Etherealness. Caster companion travel to ethereal plane until any of them make hostile action. So, for instance, if someone decides to, attack a foe or cast a spell, everybody appears. This is one of those setup spells. So you do is you cast it, you get everybody set up around them, and then after that, You pop in, cast a spell, everybody appears, or someone else attacks, and then everybody appears. Then good times rolls. That's about it for suggested spells. So this build's basically on the necromancy specialization. If you're doing the evocation specialization, I'm going to go ahead and say this. You need to get rid of the conjuration, aka conjuring spells, and of course the illusion spells as well. Next up, we're going to go ahead and level up our Red Wizard of Thay. Now we're going to go ahead and level up first our main class, which is the wizard class, our base class. So definitely remember, do some neutral or evil acts. If you're evil, do a lot of evil acts. Do not do any good acts, because too many good acts, your alignment shifts. You cannot be a Red Wizard of Thay. Yeah, that's right. There's a alignment prerequisite. So we'll level up our wizard to 2. And let's go ahead and do it. Concentration, craft weapons and armor, and then finally spellcraft. Make sure spellcraft is max. We're going to max out for this build. We cannot do any cross-class skills, and no, we're not getting able learner for this build. We're picking much more important stuff this time. Now, pick any spells you want. Definitely practice some spells you want to do. If you get them all, then you don't have to select anything for that spell level. So we're level up to 3 for our wizard. Yeah, we're going to knock that out of the way first. So let's go ahead and do it. So that'll be concentration, craft weapons and armor, diplomacy, spellcraft, tumble, and use magical device. If you don't like diplomacy, then pick something else like appraise or even lore. So let's go ahead and do another level. So empower spell is this though. This does is it gives your spell damage times 1.5. Downside of that, it costs 2 level spell slots. So if you get this at 3, and then you have to empower your level 1 spells like magic missile and such. But still, it's a very good spell to abuse, though, if you want to really get that oomph up there. So let's keep on leveling up. Now we'll level up to 4. Every character level, not wizard, not Red Wizard or Thay, levels every character level. You get yourself a free ability point. We're going to put all our ability points, you guessed, into intelligence. Do intelligence. That's your bread and butter for this build, since you're an arcane caster, like a wizard, or say so. So let's keep on going. Put in the 4, especially spellcraft. We're getting close to 8 on that requirement. So let's see here. We'll pick some more level 2 spells and such. Just go with my suggestion, and you'll be set. I decided to put scare, so that's why I experiment with that. It's a necromancy spell, and a whole bunch of foes will run from you. It's like a crowd control, except for they run. Now let's get the wizard level 5. So it's concentration, craft weapons and armor, and spellcraft once again. No cross class. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, puts points in the cross class since it's 8. So we got the spellcraft requirement. So now what we're going to go ahead and do at this time is greater spell penetration. This will replace the spell penetration one. So what happens is the character gets a +4 bonus on the caster level checks to beat a creature's spell resistance. This is great though. So it'll be more likely your spells will land against your foes. And in this build for necromancy, for specialization, this works wonders. Same thing with evocation specializations as well. So next up, we're doing fireball and haste. Make sure you grab those 2 if you haven't. Those are your bread and butter mainly for the 3rd circle spells or level 3 spells. Whatever you want to call it that. So let's level up to level 6 for our wizard. It's going to be last time for a while for that. Again, concentration, craft weapons and armor, and spellcraft. You can't do any cross class. Store your points. Now we get ourselves another feat, and this is good news indeed. I'm going to do is practice spellcaster. So what happens is your spellcasting class increases by +4. In this case for a wizard, so you get 4+ levels, so as if you're those. Unless your foes are about higher levels than you, then yeah, it's like a normal wizard level of yours versus their levels. Still, this is great though, especially against weaker wizards or wizards around your same levels. There's a certain threshold for how this will not work with overpowered characters, like I say, a few levels way above you. So let's go ahead and pick our spells, and then that's about it. So let's see here, and there we go, and that's about it for this very level. Since you have all the requirements, spell penetration greater, specialization non-good, spellcraft rank 8, and one of the meta magics, you're now a red wizard, or officially a Red Wizard of Thay. So this is good news indeed. So we're about to get some good bonuses out of it. So again, we're going to go do is concentration, craft weapons, and armor. Craft weapons will cost 2 points, but we're going to keep it maxed out. We have so many points coming up, we'll max out the cross-class skills if you lack any behind. Unfortunately, no feats. 3 red wizards don't get much. Still, they're a very good prestige class, especially if you're going the more evil route. If you're neutral, that's fine as well. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that from my suggestion list. And there you go. So we get spellcraft defense. We get +1 defense against, you guessed it, our specialization and such like that. Also, we get +1, of course, spell checks when we're using those necromancy spells, since we're specialized in that. If you're going the evocation route, you get evocation. So we'll level up every level of 4. We're going to do is intelligence. So now we have 20 intelligence. So we'll definitely do that. Yeah, so she's happy. So let's keep on going. Put in the main 4, especially spellcraft, because we're going to boost that up. And if you can, put some cross-class skills. If not, don't worry about it, because we'll catch that up eventually. They'll all be cross-class catched up, which is diplomacy, tumble, and use magic device. So we're at this time, pick some good level 4 spells and pick more necromancy ones to be used and use as well. Still, if you grab any level 4 scrolls, scribe it in your book and learn it permanently. It's up to you all on that. So I decided to do Fear for fun to test that out off screen. And now we get spell power. So spell power, like I said before, gives you a +1 bonus when using, of course, necromancy magic against opponents and such. So it's a good thing, though. It's a real good thing. So let's go ahead and do the skills. And there's our defense against necromancy type of magic. So what we're going to do is spell focus necromancy. This gives us a bonus +1 spell for saves and such when you use necromancy magic. Very good stuff. And there's our spell cast defense +2 against necromancy magic as well. This is definitely advisable to get spell focus all the way up there, because your necromancy spells will be more potent, more deadly, and more dangerous, especially with a Red Wizard 3 prestige class. And now, since we're a Red Wizard 3, we cannot use illusion spells. You like all those illusion spells? Too bad. Same thing with evocation as well. Except for evocation, you cannot summon. Yeah, it was painful. So anyways, let's keep on leveling up the Red Wizard Prestige class. Let's see here. And no, there's no Red Wizard tattoos. I've been trying to get it during character creation. Yeah, it was a little bit funky, the skin color. I didn't like that. I couldn't find any pale colors either. Yeah, Neverwinter Night 2 has some color palette issues beyond the normal one like the first game. So let's keep on going. And there you go. Let's go ahead and do that for our spell selection. Unless you got them all. Now we get spell power +2. So we get a +2 bonus when we go on the offensive, really. Or using necromancy spells, which is a good thing. This build specializes in necromancy. Now, this works as well for evocation and also all the other schools, too. So there you go. We'll look at that a few seconds, and that's about it. And this is enhanced specialization also. So we get bonus attacks and more as a Red Wizard. And unfortunately, yeah, we lose out on another school because of that, but that's all right. So we keep on leveling up the Red Wizard. Concentration, craft weapons and armor, and spellcraft. If you could put any points into, for instance, the cross-class dudes, still I like to do diplomacy so I could sweet talk them before I kill them. So our next stop is greater spell focus necromancy. Now we get +2 bonus to spell save DC for our spells when we use it, and such like that. In this case, it's necromancy. That's what we want, and then we'll pick some more level 6 spells. And yeah, as a Red Wizard, you're leveling up like a normal wizard, so that's another bonus for this build, which is a good thing. It's like as if you're a real wizard, but just more in the line of Thay and lifestyle and such. So we'll keep on leveling up our Red Wizard. Again, every level of 4. We're doing intelligence since we're at level 12. And there you go. Don't worry, every even numbers will get more skill points. So put in the 4, especially spellcraft and concentration. I'm going to go ahead and do a tumble. And we get spell power +3, so that's another bonus. Yay! I'm sorry, really happy about that. So let's go ahead and look around and see what we could nab this time. And let's see here. Combat casting. So when we cast magic, we get a +4 bonus to concentration checks. That's another 4 points there for our concentration. So this way we're less likely to get interrupted. At some certain point, it's almost nearly impossible for you to get interrupted. Once in a while, they interrupt you, but that's once in a blue moon if you have very high concentration. And there you go for this level. Now we're just going to keep on going. You guessed it, until we actually do level up some more. Let's do the Red Wizard. Again, put in the 4 special concentration and spellcraft. If you can put any points into your cross-class skills, that's fine. If not, oh well, we could put another point in diplomacy. We always need talking skills. And now we're at the 7 level spells to select from. So we're going to definitely get all the, leveled spells like crazy. This is a good thing. And yeah, eventually we'll get +5 on spellcraft, spellcast defense, and spellcast power. Let's go with the Red Wizard some more. The nation of Thay will be proud of us. In this case, yeah, this character, she's doing some serious damage. She's still hunting down a certain bard and his party. Anyways, let's keep on getting those spells. Unfortunately, she cannot have time stop because in Neverwinter Nights 2, they don't have time stop there. That's the only downside. But still, this is great. Let's go ahead and get Sophina up. So let's get her some more Red Wizard levels. And let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's look at that. There you go. And there you have it. Let's see here. We get a feat. Yes. Now we get our specialist defense. And that's a +4 now. So instant spell is extends the more time on the buff that you have on your character. However, it takes 1 spell slot up in order to use it. So if you want to use a level 4 spell to empower, it'll take a level 5 spell slot. But it's great though. There's some nice extended spells out there that is really OP. That's about it for this level. Let's go ahead and level up again. I believe this is going to be the last time. So every level's a 4. You get yourself a free ability point. I almost said attribute. So this is level 16. We're getting that. So let's go ahead and put the 4 specialty spellcraft and concentration. You can put any in cross-class skills. That's fine. Don't worry. We'll catch those up as well. So let's see here what we're going to go ahead and get. So we're stuck getting these. Since we're Red Wizards of Thay, and we get that. So I'm going to go ahead and go with, let's go ahead and check this out. Craft Wonders items. So we get to craft boots, belts, cloaks, you name it. And also we get spell power +5, so we're more potent with our necromancy spells. And also we're specialized defense at 5-2 from the previous level, which is good. So we're on the offense with necromancy spells, much more powerful, and we're more defending against that as well. So we get our level 8 spells, and make sure you get Sunburst, especially with this build. This way you can counter some undead, have good times with it, and Horrid Writhlink for level 8 too for the necromancy specialization. We are now done with the Red Wizard of Thay, since we can only get 10 levels in Neverwinter Nights 2. It's not like Neverwinter Nights 1 where you can go unlimited. So we'll pick the wizard level again. We'll finish off that class. So we'll go ahead and finish that in the regular sense, not the epic. So pick the skills. There are the 4, and then any cross class, go ahead and try to do it at 10. Don't worry, we'll max them out just like that. Now we have level 9 spells. Yep, thanks to the Red Wizard of Thay acting as a normal wizard, so that's a good thing. Now go ahead and hit that level up again. We'll be a wizard. So rest of the time it's going to be a wizard. It's going to be a very easy build. 6 levels wizard, 10 levels Red Wizard of Thay, and then rest of it wizard, just like that. And make sure you definitely get concentration and spellcraft maxed out. I'm doing the 2 crafting skills, weapons, and armor for my party members. We'll eventually get use magic device maxed out due to the fact that you guessed it. We'll get more, points thanks to having high intelligence. I'm going to go ahead and do is craft magic weapons and armor. So this way it'll be much more useful for my party members. Yeah, we'll craft the good stuff with them. And also if we decide to play the other expansion, we'll carry that with us. So start picking more of your level 9 spells, especially when you level up, because they tend to be expensive. But if you find them or buy them, that's fine. Then pick anything else that's there. If you get all the spells in the game, congratulations. Except for the prohibited school ones. So pick the skills like I'm picking, and try to max out use magical device. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and pick randomly at this time. I have access somewhere to all the other spells just for test demonstrations. Now, if I'm playing any of the campaigns, I have to go hunt for them. So, every level's a 4, in this case, level 20. Last of the normal levels, put your points in intelligence. When we get that to 26, don't worry. There'll be 2 levels on that, and a feat for us to do that. Pick the 4, then any other cross-class ones, even Steven it. And I'm going to go ahead and start craft alchemy. Eventually, I'll get that maxed out. We'll make some potions as well. So, we're unfortunately stuffed. We cannot craft wands. I don't want to do that. What I'll do is arcane defense. This will give us a +2 bonus to saving throws versus the chosen school. In this case, it's necromancy magic. It'll add to our other defenses we have from the Red Wizard 3 or anything else of the matter too, with save throws and anything else, especially spellcraft as well with save throws versus spells. And that's about it for the normal levels in this level. Now we're about to enter the epic levels, this time as a full-fledged wizard. Well, partly full-fledged because 10 levels of Red Wizard 3. Put in the 4 skills in the blue, and then any other cross class, go ahead and do so. If you have any points left over, go ahead and put that in alchemy. So now we're epic characters. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a certain problem solved, which is intelligence. So great intelligence, what it does is give you 1 point of intelligence on your character permanently. We're doing that just to even things out because at level 24 and 28, we get ourselves a free ability point. Now, if we didn't do that, it'll be at 25. We'll miss a mod out and an extra skill point. But this will make it even Steven. So let's go ahead and do a wizard concentration, craft weapons and armor, any cross-class skills if you can. If not, that's alright. Any others, start putting into craft alchemy. We'll be able to craft some potions by the time this is over with. Yeah, we'll get all the potions we could craft. Any spells we can't use, or so, yeah, the potions, some of the potions in that form will help, like Bless. So we'll level up once again. So we're getting much further in the epic levels. Our character's doing some more serious damage. They're kicking some serious booty. So let's see here. We get ourselves a free feat point to pick from. I'm gonna go ahead and say epic vampire feast. What happens is it drains life from all the foes in the area. Now, if they resist, they only take half damage. If not, they die. Any foe that dies becomes a greater shadow. Now, this will replace any other summon, so use this as emergency. So don't summon anything else if you plan to use it. Otherwise, it'll place off, like for example, the Epic Gate Ballers. But still, this is a powerful and very potent spell. This will also heal you and your party members as well, if I remember right. And yeah, any extra hit points will vanish into the weave. But still, it's a powerful epic spell. Get it. So let's go ahead and get more spells, and there you go. So now we'll level up once again. Let's see here what we're going to get. Level 24, every level is 4, you get yourself a free ability point. So we're going to do intelligence. So next time at 28, we have 26 intelligence. That's what we want unbuffed. Items will buff us up there. Go boom. So there you go. Let's go ahead and do that. There you have it. Hit next. And let's go ahead and do some more spells. Now, I have a set of spells book somewhere, or spells. Help me out greatly. So let's level up again. So we're almost halfway through the epic levels. I'm trying to position everything. For some reason, this game doesn't like that. Yeah, I'm just moving this over as well, too. So let's get the wizard up. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, I'm keeping the red robes on her. So let's go ahead and just do that. Oh yeah, by the way, the robes will go bye-bye once I do the item demonstration. So put your main 4 skills, any cross class you do, any points left over, alchemy. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 now. First is epic spell focused necromancy. It'll replace the previous one instead of +1 on 1. 2 on the second one, we get +3 bonus to spell save DC for all of our spells when we cast them, especially against our foe, which is the necromancy school. And the other one is epic spell penetration. So we'll get rid of the other 2 previous bonuses. So we get +6 bonus on our cast level checks when we go against our foe's resistance. So it'll be a lot less likely for them to resist. 2 powerful feats. Get them, abuse them, especially your necromancy or evocation, since they're one of the 2 most offensive spells ever. Well, necromancy is also summoning the dead as well too, which is great. We'll keep on leveling up our wizard, and there you go. Let's go ahead and do that, and I have at so there you have it. Any cross class if you can. If not, put in the craft alchemy. We're getting that card up to 33 by the time this is done. Just get your spells picked if you can. If not, it's just be like a normal level up. You just bypass that. So we'll do more wizard levels. Yeah, this is going to be very simple, very easy. So let's go ahead and do any cross class. Definitely put them into those. We're getting close to 16 on those. And 16 for cross class is maxed out. Now this one's going to be a little bit oddball, but it's going to be on purpose. It's toughness. So here's the deal about toughness. You get 1 hit points per level, and you get the other previous level hit points. So if you're taking this at 20 and you're at 20, you get 20 hit points total free. For this build, it is really useful. It's like a survival thing. We get extra hit points, more likely to stay alive or so than any other wizards without it. So there you go. So let's keep on leveling up. Now we're at level 28. Every level of 4, you get yourself a free attribute point. This is the final time to do so. We'll put that in intelligence. Now we have 26 intelligence. So we're OP'd already. Congratulations. So put in the 4. If you can do cross class, that's fine. If not, then put in the craft alchemy. And we'll definitely max that out. So let's go ahead and pick some more spells to pick from. And that'll be it. Now we're going to get to level 29 for our wizards. So definitely get our cross class. It should all be 16. And your normal class skills. Normal class skills maxed out at 33. How I know? I've been doing this so many times. Put rest of the points into craft alchemy if you can. Now we're going to go ahead and pick another spell. And I like this one. So Epic Gate is like this. It's a very powerful conjuration spell. This does this. It summons a Paler. Very powerful demon. Now the deal with that is this. When you cast this, it's so powerful. The bond is so great. You do not need protection from evil. It'll actually obey you. When one goes down, another one will come into play. This is one powerful summon. Now, word of warning, if you summon Vampiric Feast, you'll see later on in the combat demonstration, that gets replaced. So you definitely want to summon that after you do Vampiric Feast for initial clear out. But it's one OP summon spell. Best in the game, I felt. And there you go. So now we're going to go ahead and get to level 30. This is the last time we level up. Get your skills in order. Get everything in order. Concentration, craft alchemy, craft armor, craft weapons, and spellcraft. And they should all be at 33. Now, this one I like is Mass Foul. So Mass Foul is, it will transform your foes into chickens. That's right. If they don't survive a 4-2 save. When that happens, it's permanent. Easier to kill, easier to wipe out. And yeah, it's a great spell. You have to pass a 4-2 check for that not to happen to you. But believe me, many foes get turned into chickens. Toss a simple fireball or bop them with a staff, and that's it. And that's it from level 2 to 30. Our next item on the list up is Gear, Advice, and More. Now, in Neverwinter Nights 2, this is always my disclaimer about attribute items and such. If you want to get 10 intelligence, you must have a 10 intelligence item. You cannot do an 8 intelligence and then a 2 intelligence thinking it's 10. No, it'll take the highest value. That's the same thing later on for the Pillars of Eternity. So as for attributes, definitely go for intelligence. After that, go for wisdom, dexterity, and constitution. As for save throws, if you have enough will saves, go for fortitude and reflex saves. They'll help you out greatly. Now, as for skills, definitely look for spellcraft, concentration, and tumble. Now, another thing is go for immunity. So if it's immune to death magic, immune to fear, etc., go for that. Look for any of the amulets of health. They'll help you out greatly with some immunities as well. If you could do some crafting on your own, definitely haste up any items or armor. If you find any haste boots, go for that too. It'll help you out greatly. That's about it for gear and more advice. Next up is the combat demonstration portion of this video. As always, before combat, buff yourself up. If you get any potions, or especially you craft them later on, drink those as well. If you want to summon your Epic Gate spell, that's fine. Just remember, when you use Vampiric Feast, it'll replace that demon that will help you, or I should say more like Devil / Baller. So as always, make sure you quick cast there, so this way you cast it there quicker. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate against foes we do critical hits against. This time lizard people, they've been ticking me off in Darkness Over Daggerford. So definitely use Whale the Banshee, that's a great opener. Another one is Mass Foul as well, especially against Yard Trash. You see already 3 lizard people didn't resist, they're permanently chickens. If you want to get yourself surrounded, do that as well. Now just be careful, you do higher difficulties, you surround yourself, you might take damage too. Just go all crazy. Foes that are not immune to critical hits, they'll get destroyed instantly. So we'll do another Whale of the Banshee since it's non-undead. They'll die in 1 or 2 shots, depends. And there you go. Look like we taken out 2 of them. One more just got very lucky. So we'll just finish them off and bop them, and then that's about it. And yeah, because I did Vampiric Feast, a shadow came. So now you're asking, what about the undead? Well, you got Sunburst, you got Meteor spell, you name it. You got every undead spell you could counter with, or say anti-undead. Especially Undeath to Death. That's some serious, powerful stuff. So let's go ahead and take out the Lich with this Meteor Swarm. It should take out most foes. And watch the magic fly. And there you go. They all burn. They all die instantly. Oh, good. I did get the Lich. So we'll use Undeath to Death to finish it off. And that should definitely be it. And there you go. And say goodbye to that fool. We just got one left. We'll say bye to him as well. That's about it for the combat demonstration of this video. Here are some final advice. So you're going to start off slow until you become a Red Wizard or Thay. Just remember you're going to lose 2 specializations. If you do Evocation, not like this build, you're going to lose his Conjuration, that's Conjuring Magic, and Illusion. Necromancy, like this build, you'll lose Illusion and Divination. Know what you lost, know what you gain. Yeah, definitely start using your specialization spells like crazy, because you get bonuses with that. Also, you get defensive with that as well. Learn to use summons. Also, learn to use meat shields. That's right. Since you have Sophina here, she'll use some party members to protect her while she do some evil things to evil people. Other than that, definitely enjoy this build. And if you're going to go evil, go full evil. Just trust me. It's a lot more fun with this build. This is it from my Neverwinter Nights 2 complete Deadly Wizard and Red Wizard of Thay build video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night. Do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more guides, builds, and other videos from Neverwinter Nights 2. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. Have a great day or night and do enjoy the view.